Inflation is kicking my ass. It's kicking my ass. The paychecks ain't lasting as long as they once did. So I've been thinking about ways that I can, you know, save some money. All right, so I'm fully painted. Now, I could leave them like this, but no. No, I'm not gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna put some chrome. So when they say metallic, they mean that shit. They mean that. These are nice. What y'all think?
Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Ay. Still not understanding this logic. Ay. I'm back and I'm better. I want you bad as ever. Don't let me just let up. I wanna give you back.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you're new here. My name is Damani and this is Damani's Bubble. Because on this channel we do everything that I do in my little bubble. Anyway, that was corny, but we're gonna get into this video. So I don't know about y'all, but inflation is kicking my ass. It's kicking my ass. The paychecks ain't lasting as long as they once did. So I've been thinking about ways that I can, you know, save some money. So I decided that from now until probably like the summertime, I'm gonna be doing my own hair and I'm gonna be doing my own nails. Okay, so today's video, I'm gonna show you how I do my own fill-in at home. I'm actually replacing one nail, so I'll show you how I put like a whole tip and the whole acrylic application from start to finish. I am not a professional, I'm self-taught. I taught myself by doing exactly this, watching YouTube videos. And over some time, I accumulated the products and everything else that I needed so that I could actually do my own nails. I'm not the best, but they come out looking nice. So I'm gonna show you what I need as far as products, things that I have gotten over the years to, you know, add to my collection to where I'm able to do a full set. You know, I have much more than what I'm about to show you, but I'm just gonna show you what I'm using for today, okay? So here we go. Now, the things that you're gonna need, right, are, of course, you're gonna need some tips if you're doing a full set. Me, I'm only replacing one nail, so I'm gonna get one nail out of there, all right? You're gonna need your brushes, something to put the monomer in, which is this, the acrylic liquid, right? What else? You're gonna need some acrylic powder. I have some of this that I got years ago from Diva DC. That I'm gonna be using that acrylic. Okay, you're gonna need primer. I have two types of primer here. Are you gonna focus? There you go, acid-free primer. And then I have like a protein primer. Okay, all of these I believe I got off of Amazon, even the tips. All right, you're gonna need your drill. You're gonna need your drill bits. I have a variety in there. Definitely gonna need your files, your buffer. I have acetone. I had to soak some acrylic off, so I mean, you're not gonna need that all the time, but I needed it this time, so I got that. I use gel, so you're definitely gonna need your UV lamp. And of course, whatever polishes that you need. This is nail glue, I'm gonna need that. And I just put out some, like, you know, I don't know what kind of design I'm gonna do, but I have some chrome and I have some, you know, rhinestones, crystals, whatever you wanna call it. All right, before you start, you're definitely gonna need a table or something flat. All right, I'm using a BB pad, one of Louis' BB pads, just for extra protection, right? I don't want to mess up my glass table. Got my paper towels, some other like nail stuff. I might need to cut my cuticles, whatever. What else? You're gonna need your water, your smoky, that's what I call my little vape. I need that. My phone. Try to have everything that you think you're gonna need to like make yourself comfortable. Everything that you're gonna need, you know, already ready, so that it's not a whole bunch of back and forth. You can sit down, put your music on, and get busy. Just zone out, get it over with, and you're done. All right, so that's the best I can tell you. So let me show you how we're starting off here, okay? This one broke. I soaked that off last night. So you can see I need a fill-in. Oh, I'm sweating. It's hot. It's warm in here. So I need a fill-in, so that's what I'm gonna do. Now, when I had got my nails done, he used like a pink acrylic powder, and I just so happened to have some. I don't know if it's gonna be an exact match, but it doesn't matter because I'm painting over it. So I'm gonna get started. All right, guys, so we're gonna start by taking the old gel off of the nails. So basically you get a rough nail bit, that's what it's called, a nail bit. Something rough, something with thick, like, I don't know what they call it. But as you can see, I'm just gonna show you, okay? You get the old gel off by filing it down, okay? Just like they do in the nail salon. So, you're gonna take your time, you don't wanna cut yourself doing this, all right? And basically, for all nails, very carefully go around, you know, where your cuticle is. You can really hurt yourself with this. So if you're just starting out, be careful, okay? Be careful. Because you can cut yourself, like I said, really bad. All right? And just try to do it as evenly as possible so you don't have a whole lot of lumps and bumps. And when you do your filling, it'll be as seamless as possible. You know, as smooth as possible. The easier you can get it on, the less filing you'll have to do at the end. You know what I mean? So all the shaping and all that stuff you do at the end. But right now, we're just getting that old gel off. You know? So you're going to take your time. Definitely take your time around this area right here. All right? You might get a little, depending on how old your set is, you might get a little lift in. You want to gently file that away if you can too. Sometimes you might have to pick it out or pick it off with, you know, a cuticle remover. If I need to do any of that, I will definitely show you how it's done. All right, so that's one. I got all the gel off of one nail so far. I'm going to do this for the rest of the nails. All right, and I'll be back with the next step. All right, so now I've gotten all the gel off my nails. As you can see, we are working with gel-free, ready-to-go nails. I do have to work on my cuticles, right? So I'm going to change the bit. All right, this one comes off. And I have a few for a cuticle, right? I have this little thin one right here. All right, I'm not going to use this one. Not my favorite one. So let's see. I tend to like these. It's just, it comes in like one of the nail bit kits. I don't know, I got this many years ago, but it works the best for me. So I'm gonna put that in, lock it in, and then here we go. Let me show you how I do my cuticles, right? So after I have gotten all the gel and all that off of my nail, now it's time to go in. This bit isn't as rough, so you can kind of be, you know, it ain't gonna hurt nothing, all right? You don't wanna go too hard, but you don't have to be as careful with this bit, right? So you're gonna go right into your cuticle, like so. It's literally gonna, like, you see how it's doing? It's getting that cuticle out of there. All right? At the same time, you wanna check it to see if you have any lifting. If you do, you go ahead and file that down while you're there. You know what I mean? You wanna get your cuticles as clean, so to speak, as possible. You can really, like, I like to push up against my cuticles, so it's like pushing them back. And just file it nice and smooth. I even like to do like this, just to get a nice flat transition right there. All right, and I just go over it as many times as I need to. And I think this one is good. You know what I need? I need a brush, like a nail brush, to just, I'm gonna get that. I don't think I brought one out. I need to get a professional one. But for right now, I'm gonna use what I have. All right? So that's how you work on your cuticles. You just file them down. And then if I have anything like right here, right, what I'll do is I'll take this tool, right, and then just get whatever is sticking out. That's it. I don't really do too much more than that for my cuticles. So I did have a little dead skin that I was able to get off, right, and I do that for all 10 nails. All right, all 10, including this one. I'm going to do the cuticle, and I'm just gonna buff it a little bit before I put the tip on. All right, we're making progress here. We getting there. So this is the best I could do. I need one of them big fluffy ones that they use at the nail shop, but yeah, it's gonna get messy. Let me just put that out there. It's gonna get messy. So I went ahead and to save time, I just went and got the tip that I needed for this nail. So I'm just going to now manually just file this down a bit so that the tip sticks good. Because I already did the cuticle part, filed that down. Now we're just gonna put this tip on, all right? And you go right to the edge of the nail. Not a lot of glue, just enough to cover the tip here. All right, and then we're gonna put the tip on. Like so. And we're good. Gonna wait for that to dry. Oh, you know, guys, I really love my long nails. Really love my long nails, but because I'm gonna be doing my own hair, I gotta keep my nails short. So it's a trade-off. It's like either save money and keep your nails short, so that you can be able to do your hair, or keep your nails long, but then you gotta go pay somebody to do your hair anyway. So it's like, all right, in order for me to do both, I have to keep my nails short. Plus, of course, it's more convenient. You know, short nails, they don't break as easy. You can type, you know, do your hair, you know, yada, yada, yada. So short nails it is for a while. I'm gonna be using both of the primers that I showed you. So I'm gonna use this one first. So I'm just gonna go in there with my primer. All right, just at the cuticle. I'm not doing the middle one yet because I'm still working on that one. Is this primer? Yeah, acid-free primer, okay. It's a little old. I hope it's all right. Should be. And because it's yours, you don't gotta be cheap with it like the people at the nail salon be. Boy, they be cheap with that primer. I'll be like, put some on there. What's wrong with you? Anyway, all right. Well, actually, let me leave it open. Because I'm gonna go in with the second primer. This one is a Young Nails primer. As you can see, it's a smaller bottle, but it works really, really good. So I'm gonna put a little of that on there too. Just so that we won't get any lifting. Just like an extra precautionary coat, you know what I mean? I think I should be good to cut this one down now. So I did get my nail clipper, and we're just gonna, they're short, so I'd say about here. Maybe a little shorter. All right, I don't wanna go too short. If anything, I can file it down. All right, I'm gonna put the primer on this one. Boop. Close it up. And then apply this primer. Now, we're ready to put the acrylic on. I'm hoping and praying that this pink will match. I'll just say that. It'll be close enough. So let me get my products together. My monomer. All right, this is how this works. This is just a dollar shot glass from the Dollar Tree, y'all. All right, you don't need professional everything. You don't. So I'm just gonna put that right there on top of my paper towels. The brush that I'm gonna be using is a Panna Kalinsky size 12 brush. All right, and I believe I got this off of Amazon. By the way, I did get my ring light because I didn't have enough light. Unfortunately, the way my house is set up, the lighting in here is horrific. I have a huge house on this side, no windows on this side, so the lighting is never good in here. So I just gotta work with what I got. So I did get the ring. I have shenanigans happening behind me, but it's okay. It's Saturday. I'm trying to get stuff done. We're gonna continue, okay? Let's get a good angle here, hopefully. All right, now it's time to apply the acrylic. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The hardest part of this for me is the liquid to acrylic ratio. So monomer to acrylic powder ratio has always been the hardest for me. I can't never get it quite right. Like I'll go, by the time I get to the third nail, it starts to flow a little bit better. But, you know, I don't practice all the time, so I think that's the problem. The more you practice, of course, the better you get. So I mean, it always comes out good. It's just a matter of like, the less file time, the better. And the sloppier you put the acrylic on is the more file time you're gonna have. That's just what it is. All right, so let me just show you how I do this here. All right, so I dip it in, brush it off, go in, pick up a bead, and then get to applying. Okay, and it's looking like this is a pretty good match, y'all. All right, now you spread it out and then bring it down. Again, I am not a professional, but I don't do too bad. And if you know, the professionals, they can pick up one bead and just work that thing. You know, I have to pick up a few. All right, so I feel like I could put one here, and because I missed some over here on the edge. So, all right, and then you just work with it as quickly, neatly, and delicately as possible. I don't want it to be too thick, you know? But it's on there. All right, now after you get to a certain point, you're gonna just look at it from, you have anything, you wanna get it off. Now you look at it from different angles to see, like, all right, like there's a little lump right here. But I really don't want these that thick because they're short, so I'm probably just gonna file it down. But you get a good look and you see where you might need a little bit more, you know, and then you just do it like that, all 10 nails. This one is good, I'm just gonna have to file, that's all. The more I do, the better it'll get. Of course, I think I'm gonna pick up just a tad bit more, like a tiny little bead right here, and sometimes you have to pick up a little bit, you know? And like that. Where you see like little imperfections and stuff. The more you do it, the better you get. So I think I'm good with this one. All right, now I'm gonna move right along. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you, I think I'll show you this one. You see how I did the filling, right? I'll show you how I do a whole one. Now for the whole one, you're gonna pick up more acrylic, of course. So I'm gonna dip it lightly, and then you dip it more, like so you're gonna get more acrylic, right? And then you're gonna put it there. And then try to work with it as quickly as possible. Don't dry up yet on me, please, okay? I do the best I can, y'all. But I didn't do too bad. I did not do too bad. So I am gonna have to add some more, but to be expected. Until, you know, I get the desired thickness. And honestly, this is pretty thick. I'm gonna have to file this down some. I am gonna have to put some towards the cuticle area, but not bad. Not bad at all, if I do say so myself. All right. And then smaller beads to just fill in where I messed up at. Some acrylics dry faster than others, so you have to keep that in mind too. This one dries kind of fast, so you gotta work kind of fast. I'm pretty sure I need some new brushes too. These are old. So, and again, you know, not again, but the better products that you have, the better your nails are gonna come out. You know, so if you have a good acrylic system, if you have good brushes, good monomer, good drill, all of that, like the better quality of material that you have is, of course, the better your nails are gonna come out. You know, if you're just starting out, you know, you don't want to spend a whole lot of money until you figure like, okay, this is something I want to do. But you know, so I'd say, all right, you don't want to get, if you're just starting, you don't want to get the cheapest, but not the most expensive either. So let's say you go on Amazon and you get, you know, you look up acrylic brushes, right? And one is $9.99, and then you have the more expensive ones for say $69.99. You want to get the one that's in the middle for like $29.99. That's a good way to look at it. And the same for drills, acrylics, all that stuff. Get the not top-notch quality if you're just starting, but not the cheapest either. So this one is kind of thick, but that's okay. I'm going to be filing it down. But as far as like shape, thickness, or whatever, I'm pretty good with that. So I'm going to do the same exact thing that I did here with all 10 nails, and then I shall be back. Also wanted to mention, a lot of people like, you know, when I tell people that, you know, sometimes I do my own nails, they're like, damn, okay, but aren't you right-handed? I'm like, yeah. Well, how do you do, you know, your right hand? I'm like, practice. So basically, I am right-handed, right? And, you know, but hey, both hands got to get done. So, you know, you have to learn how to work with both hands. You know, this is the hardest hand for me to do because I'm right-handed. I'm working with my left hand right now. So, you know, I mean, you might have to move a little bit slower, but eventually you will get it. Hold on, I have a piece of glitter in there that I do not want in there. All right, so, you know, this is me applying the acrylic to my left hand, my right hand, sorry. All right. You just have to take your time. That's it. You got to take your time. But it can be done. Okay, I was about to say, this piece of glitter is pissing me off. All right, small beads if you have to. Small beads of acrylic. Work a little bit at a time. You don't want to take too long because then the acrylic is going to harden and then you can't shape it the way you want to shape it. But, you know, all I can really say, guys, is that practice makes perfect. That's it. And of course, it's not perfect, but it's going to come out nice. You just have to, you know, practice on your technique. This hand is actually coming out better than my other hand. All right, and the pinks, they aren't exact, but it's good enough. Like I said, you know, I'm painting over it, so it'll be fine. And you just do a little spot check here and there. Make sure you don't got no crazy dents. Little dents you can file out, not a problem, but you don't want no big dents. So I'm going to finish my pinky and then start filing. My battery died, and I was like, oh, damn, my battery died. Well, they're going to get a half-ass video, but then I was like, aha. I have an extra battery I forgot all about that I purchased a long time ago. So I said, shit, let me go on, get my other battery, and try to be a real YouTuber here. So now we're gonna I already started filing this one. It was a little fat, and it still is, so I'm gonna have to file it down some more, but this is where we do the shaping. All right, now that the acrylic is on all of the nails, now what I like to do is just pull my skin back because, you know, it gets stuck like around the cuticles and like the tips of the fingers. So I just push the skin on my nails or my fingers back like that so I can really get in there and get a good shape. All right, so now we're gonna start the shaping. I have here a 100 by 180 file here. Okay, I'm gonna use the roughest side. This is like the more smooth side. This is the rough side. I'm going to use the rough side to really file and get a good shape. I'm just going to do square. So I just start on the sides like that. I go under a little bit like that, and then boom, just like that. All right, so I do both sides first. You got to be careful with this too because you can cut yourself. This is, you know, you have to be careful. You can cut yourself with the files. Filing, you got to be very, I wouldn't say delicate, you just have to be careful. All right, now that that's done, I go underneath, and then I kind of go like this to get it square. Like that. Where's my thing? Just to see how my shape is looking, I just like kind of brush it off, and I think that's pretty good. I'm cool with that. I usually do this and then wind up having to do it again after I go in with the drill and get all the acrylic off. But I get it pretty much to the shape that I wanted before I do like the buffing and the smoothing. And then if I need to, which I usually do, I just go back in just to get it, you know, a little bit more refined and define how I like it. So again, both sides, a little bit under. Carefully. Under, softly. Can't stress that enough. I have cut myself numerous times by filing too fast and too hard, trying to get, you know, trying to rush. And then the top like so. This part is just to make sure, you know, the nails are pretty much the same shape, same size, and same height. Okay, we're gonna work on this one a little bit more. I want this a little bit more slim. It's a little wide. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just like so. You know, sometimes the acrylic gets like on your finger. I just file that off. Shoot, sometimes it's dead skin. And this one, since it's a new tip and freshly cut, it's pretty square, so I don't really have to do much there. This one is just basically getting it so that it's like slim like the other nails. Because the tip itself was kind of wide. And I had coffin shaped nails, so they're not like square like that. They come like at an angle like this. And I think we're pretty close. I am going to have to buff that down some, but to be expected. I ain't Kim, you know. I'm Damani from the Bronx that just so happened to learn how to do her nails to save a few dollars. Alright, so I'm not going to keep you. I'm going to file all these nails down to the shape that I want, and then I'll show you how I like buff them with the drill. We're getting closer to the finish line. Alright, the nails have been shaped. Okay, to my liking, at least close enough. All right, now on to one of the final steps. I'm going to be using, let me show you the drill bit that I'm going to be using. It's this one. for my cuticles. Look, it has some red. Is that part of the bit? I don't even know. Anyway, so this is a very small drill bit that I'm going to be using to get close to my cuticles. I want to put this up just a tad and then lock it in. All right, the next drill bit that these are the two that I use for the final buffing. Notice that this has like a rounded edge here. Perfect for beginners. You will not hurt your cuticles, okay? This is just for buffing and shaping. A very fine drill bit. I don't know if you can make it out, but it's very fine. It's not thick. So what it does is, it does take the acrylic down, but it also smooths it out at the same time. All right, this one is metal, and you could really hurt yourself with it, okay? Be careful with this type of bit. So I'm gonna show you how I get, now I get very, very, very close to my cuticle. Here is where you have to be very careful. You want good lighting. Now I only use this for my cuticles area. Not for my cuticles, but for my cuticle area. You wanna get the cuticle area as smooth as possible. All right, so I just go around my entire nail with this bit. All right, and then if I need to, I go around again, very, very carefully, very slowly. You want a nice smooth transition between your cuticle and the nail. You don't want it a lump there. All right, and now you see you got a little cuticle there. You can get that. You can get that little bit of skin up later. All right, I'm gonna do another one for you here on camera. Same thing, as close as you can to your cuticle without cutting yourself, just to get it nice and smooth. All right, one time, and then I usually go again, one more time. Now you're not putting too much pressure when you're doing this, y'all. Very lightly. You want to very lightly smooth that on out. All right, now I'm gonna just do it to all 10 fingers.
Make the sugar.
All right, so we are now getting closer to the finish line. I'm so excited. I'm ready to be done. This is a process. It is now for 4:40. I figured I'd be done by 4:30. It never happens in the time that I think, because I'm slow. All right, I'm just gonna show you how I buff it down with this drill here. And then after that, we buff and put paint and decorate. So basically, this is just to take it down some. Now you can get close to the cuticle because you are not gonna hurt yourself. You are not gonna hurt yourself with this drill bit because of this rounded edge I was telling you about. All right, so you do wanna get close because you want a nice, smooth nail. I push down on my cuticle when I'm using this so I can get as close to the cuticle as possible. Now, it's just a matter of, sometimes you do stuff like that. It's just a matter of shaping, getting it to the desired thickness that you want. And honestly, these are pretty close to where I want them to be as is. So it's not gonna be that much filing that needs to be done. All right? So honestly, this is it. This is it. You look at your nail from all which different angles, that did not make any common sense. But you look at it in various angles to make sure that it is shaped. You don't have any humps and bumps. I'm gonna go around the cuticle a little bit more. And then whatever you don't get with this, you get with the buffing block, and you are done and you are ready to paint. I'm good with that. Moving on to the next one. Same thing. Just like that, y'all. And I'm so happy to be getting close to the end. I'm gonna have me a little drink. Now that I'm close to the end, I'm not the best with nail paint, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna do the best that I can. And whatever imperfections I have, I'll cover it up with some rhinestones. The more that I practice, the better that I get. So I'll probably be doing this like every 2 to 3 weeks. Just to sharpen my skills, you know? Alright, as usual, all 10 nails, be back. Right, filing is done. Now I'm just gonna really just like reshape them. This is what they're looking like so far. I'm just gonna shape them up. God, these are short. I miss my long nails. I'm going to just make sure that the shape is on point, and then I'm going to go in with my buffers. So basically, let me just show you now so I don't take up too much time. All right, I'm just gonna do this. A lot of these steps they do not do in the salon, but that I do at home. All right, I just get, because I'm a perfectionist and I like things a certain way. If I'm doing them myself, I can do them exactly how I want them. So basically, I just go in like that, reshape it, and then take one of these buffers, buff it really good. Like so. It's nice and smooth. Go up underneath. And basically, there you go. All right? Nice, smooth nail. All 10 fingers. Wash my hands. And then I come back and I do whatever design, paint, etc. that I'm going to do. I'm not going to prolong this video anymore with the work. When I come back, we're going to be ready to just paint and design. All right, for the fun part, we are done shaping, buffing, all that good stuff. Now, for the painting, I'm gonna do the best I can. I have here this nice rich purple. I was gonna do red, but it ain't Christmas yet. So, this is the purple. It's pretty. I think it's pretty. I think it's showing up a little bit more blue than it actually is on camera. But, I'm gonna get started painting. Now with gel, thin coats, or it's not gonna come out right. So I'm just gonna paint as neatly as I possibly can, not too thick. Ooh, this is actually really pretty. Free edge, moving on. I really like this color. Pretty color. Pretty. I don't got nothing purple to wear. So, I don't know, maybe I'll do purple lipstick or something. And I really do like purple. But you know what? Back in the day, you couldn't be big and tall and wear purple because, can anybody guess? Barney. And me, I've always been a big tall girl, so I would not dare wear purple to school. So, I never really picked up anything purple. And I guess old habits die young. Because I really don't have much purple in my closet, although I really do enjoy the color. So, all 10 fingers, you know the drill. First hand is done. Working on the next one. Again, this is my right hand. I mean my left hand. I am right-handed, so this is the harder one to do. But we're gonna work it out. Thin coats. Alright, so I'm fully painted. Now I could leave them like this, but no. No, I'm not gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna put some chrome. Now really, they're coming out more of like a bluish purple, but they're purple. They're purple in person. Purple in person. Perfect purple in person. Perfect purple in person. Perfect purple in person. Perfect purple in person. It's kind of like a tongue twister. But anyway, all right, so I think I'm gonna go with this chrome and see how it looks. I hope I don't mess them up, because again, I could just leave them plain, but I think I want some chrome and some rhinestones. So let's see how this goes. All right, this changes the whole situation like right now. Wow. This changes everything, but look how pretty that is though. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah, this is it. This is what we doing. So when they say metallic, they mean that shit. They mean that. These are nice. What y'all think? Now, of course, all the powder is gonna come off the skin, you know, but I like it. Change the whole color up on me. Now they're like metallic pink, chrome pink. And this is what it is. It turned into something I wasn't expecting, but something that I like, so I'm cool. So far, so good. I'm gonna throw some rhinestones on there, a top coat, and then come back and show you the finished product. That's it, I'm done. I'm finally done. Finally done. I washed my hands. Well, I put the clear coating on, washed my hands. Now I'm just getting a little chrome powder that got on my cuticle area off. What I will say, the thing about chrome is that any little air bubble or imperfection on your nails, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it. But I did pretty good. There are like a few little imperfections, but I am happy. For the most part, I'm happy. I think they came out cute. Being that they're so short, I had to put a little razzle dazzle, okay? That's just me. You could have kept it plain, you know? So now, all I gotta do is put a little oil. This is, one of my homegirls makes her own oils. This is like a nice smelling watermelon oil that I purchased from her that I'm gonna use as my cuticle oil, you know? Gotta definitely get some oil on them cuticles, y'all. And now it's just a matter of cleaning up. I think I did pretty damn good. I'm just getting back into the swing of doing my own nails. So I say for my first time back in the game, I think I did pretty damn good. No cap. So they went from purple, a bluish purple to a pinkish chrome, and I ain't mad at it. I think they look cute. And for shorties, you know they dress me up a little bit. I'm happy. Guys, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. I enjoy doing these videos, but I get a little unmotivated when I see people watching but they not subscribing, you know what I mean? And because anyway, it is almost 7 o'clock. I've been doing this shit for hours, but I have been like back and forth, small breaks here and there. But yeah, this is how they came out. I'm proud of myself. I'm happy. They'll last me for however long, you know, I keep them on, you know. I'll probably switch it up, knowing me, but okay, so real quick, what I wanted to say about doing your own nails, you are gonna have to invest in certain products, you know, but in the long run, you're gonna save so much money if you just sit down, take the time, learn how to do it. Everything that I showed you today, you can get on Amazon or somewhere online. If you have a nail supply in your area, you know, Google it. Wholesale nail supply in my area or near me. You know how it goes on the Google, you know, and you can go in there and you can get some really good professional grade products from there, you know. And even in your nail salon, you can get your buffers, your filers, you know, the ones that they use, they sell them. So you can go there and get them, you know, but like I said, you will save a lot of money. A lot of money. The first investment you make, of course, you're gonna spend, I'd say about up to $200 between the drill, the lamp, and you know, your first set of your first acrylic system. You're gonna spend some money, but in the grand scheme of things, in the long run, you will save hundreds. I'm telling you, hundreds of dollars. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe, y'all. Subscribe, please, okay? And I'll keep the videos coming. I do a lot of DIY. Like I said, I'm going to be doing my hair, my nails. I'm going to be doing some cooking. So stick around, subscribe, comment, like all that good stuff. And I appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next one. All right? Peace.
Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Ay, still not understanding its logic. Ay, back and I'm better.